Hello, my friends, and welcome back. My name's Louise, and my channel is Coffee Tea Paper. And I have been trying to get this video filmed for so long. This, of course, is my final installment of my holiday that I went on at the end of last year, beginning of this year. We were away for December, January, traveling through Europe via Japan. I'll link my other videos up in this, the box up the top thingy. So finally, I'm getting to do the last share of my holiday and my last flip through of the rest of my journal. If you've been following along, the last place that we visited on this trip before this video was Strasbourg, and from there we went to the Loire Valley. We briefly travelled. We had an overnight in Belgium, in Mons, and we went to Waterloo, and it was an absolutely terrible day. So I didn't really get much in the way of good footage. And then we travelled to the Netherlands. We were there for Oudjaarsavond, or New Year's Eve, and my daughter met up with one of her school friends who lives in the Netherlands, and I met up with Desiree from Cafe Analog, and we spent a lot of time visiting with my family, with my aunts and uncles and cousins and nieces and nephews and so forth. So it's actually just not so much, because most of my photos and videos were of catching up with friends and family. So I will share my little video here so you can see the places that we saw. We absolutely loved the Loire Valley, and the last place we visited in Europe before flying out of Frankfurt was Hildesheim, and we also stayed in the west of the Netherlands and the east of the Netherlands, because my family is split across the country, and so we just visited a few places on our days off, so to speak. So without further ado, come along with me on the next leg of our journey. When we flew out of Frankfurt, we had a few days in Tokyo before coming home, and of course in Tokyo we went to the Traveller's Factory in Nakameguro, as well as the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. Lo and behold. Catch it. Snow! Ooh, not that much. I hope you enjoyed that little travel log with me. Now it's time to have a bit of a flip through of the pages that are left in my travel journal. So I had a wonderful time in the Loire Valley, seeing the chateau. We had a beautiful day when we visited Chenonceau, and it was absolutely stunning. Very, very busy though, because it was holidays. They've also brought out these euro notes of major sort of landmarks. So I was quite taken with these. I thought they were really interesting souvenir to stick in my journal. I'm not sure what you would do with them if you didn't have a journal. But for me, they made a wonderful sort of journal fodder, so to speak. Uh, Then we also visited Chateau de Chambord, which was a terrible day. It was so rainy and it was so cold, and the chateau itself is incredibly cold. It must have been really awful to live there with only fireplaces to keep you warm. And I got another one of these Euro souvenir euros there. And a lot of places had nice stickers and nice tickets and things. So that was really nice stuff to stick in your journal. Oh, we also went to Chateau de Cheverny, which, if you're a Tintin fan, you may recognize it as the middle part as Marlin Spike Hall. And I had a Tintin museum there as well, which was quite fun if you're into that sort of thing. In Blois, because we stayed in Blois, we spent the last day visiting the Chateau Royal in Blois, and had the worst hot chocolate I've ever had in my life, possibly the most expensive as well. But it did come with a free Bon Maman petit cookie, which was, I guess, sort of made up for it. We went to Belgium, where we had one night in Belgium, and visited Waterloo the following day. And I found this postcard which has the kings of France in the Loire Valley, and I thought that was actually really interesting. So they're quite hard to keep track of because there's a lot of Charles and Louis and Francois, and just with the numbers. So this was really letting me keep track of who was who in the zoo, so to speak. So yes, we visited Waterloo, and they had another one of those Euro souvenirs, and this rather lovely bookmark with Napoleon on it. So I enjoyed that very much. The day we visited was very much not like that. It was very windy and very cold, and with smattering of rain coming through. And this, of course, was Oudjaarsavond. So we stayed in the Netherlands. That was our first night in the Netherlands. And on the first day of the year, I met up with Desiree from Cafe Analog, and my daughter met up with her school friend. Okay, the next day I visited my family in Brille, and my aunt and my cousin's partner made us a really beautiful meal of erwten soup and with the fries roggebrood, which is like pumpernickel bread, and an apple tart met slagroom, which was just absolutely delicious. And they had a cup of tea, Pickwick tea, Winterglow, which is one of my favourites, and they had this lovely little dish to put your tea sakya, your tea bag, into, which I've never seen such a nice one, I must admit, and I was on the hunt but had no success. And then we moved across to the eastern part of the Netherlands, and we visited Zwolle and Enschede as well. And yeah, I forgot to hand in the key when we left. We had a shopping day in Enschede, so could stop up on a lot of the Dutch things that we like. I really like the theedoek and kokendoek, the kitchen towel and tea towel, the matching sets they have. Desiree introduced me to Rituals. She gave me this beautiful hand cream, which I love using this past winter. And so we went and bought a couple of small things there as well. And I went to Sos Groene and Dill and Camille, which are all some of my favourite shops to visit when I'm in the Netherlands. Then another family visiting day, and then we left the Netherlands after seeing everyone, and we went to Hildesheim in Germany, which was really, really lovely. And we did a walking tour there, the Rosen route, which was just really, it's a really lovely place to visit. And I've discovered that bookmarks make really nice journal tip-ins. And yeah, just more of Hildesheim. We went to the cathedral and did a little tour with the brochure that they had there, and went to a cafe because it was snowing there. It was quite chilly, and then from Hildesheim we went back to Frankfurt, and we had to hand back our really, 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 really nice car. And unfortunately we missed the last petrol station right before the airport, and so we had to pay a penalty. So we had to pay €5 a litre for petrol, which was, yeah, that kind of hurt, I must admit. Um, yeah, and then we just sort of hung around in we stayed overnight in the airport hotel, and just hung around and ate at the restaurants there and everything before setting off on our flight to Tokyo. And yeah, so we uh, we stayed at the Tokyo Station Hotel, which was it was very, very nice, but we were very lucky to get a hotel room there. However, it was incredibly small, and it had no external windows, which was a little bit interesting. It had a window overlooking like the concourse where people come into the train station, but we discovered this nice, cheap, really cheap breakfast place called Pronto. We discovered that in Kyoto as well, and there was one right near the hotel as well. And for 450 yen, you got a breakfast set of egg and salad, or some yogurt and coffee or tea. And yeah, it was really, really good value, really good value. And then Josie and I met up with one of my pen pals, Claire, who moved to Japan, I think, a couple of years ago. So it was really fun to see her and catch up with her, and she took us shopping, and yeah, it was a really, really fun. We went and had taiyaki, and yeah, it was so much fun to meet in person. And then we had the most amazing cheesecake and some sandos from my favorite sando shop. Um, yeah, so that cheesecake, it was just unbelievable. And the next day we went to Muji, and we went to Akihabara, and we saw the temple there, and we got taiyaki, and then it started to hail, and we went to gachapon shop, which was really, really fun. We did lots of gachapon with all our kind of leftover change. I got an MT gachapon, and I also got I tried getting one of these little light up birds, and I of course wanted the cockatiel, and do you think I could get the cockatiel? I couldn't, so that was a bit sad. and and then we had that wonderful day where we went to Nakameguro. We went to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, which was just so best cup of coffee of the trip, I have to say. And I loved visiting the Travelers Factory store there, and yeah, it was just a really awesome day. And and then we went to Burger King because my son just really wanted to have something. I think that we don't have Burger King here, and he'd never been to Hungry Jack's, and he just wanted to try it. So he tried it, and we had Tokyo banana as well, chocolate banana flavor. And And then, oh, and then the boys went to Shibuya, and they found another one of those gachapon machines, and they got the little cockatiel for me. They had one coin left, and he came out. So yeah, my husband's pretty lucky. He just is very lucky. So I love my little cockatiel. And yeah, and then it was just time to go. And Desiree gave me this little Japanese dolly, and I got my luggage label off the hotel suitcase, and we went shopping. We went to the Tomika shop, and yeah, it was just a fun way to finish up the trip. I got two of the New Year's stamps. I got the one from the Tokyo Station Travelers Factory store and the one from Nakameguro. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the one in I couldn't get to the one in the airport, and I was in Kyoto too soon for the New Year stamps. And yeah, and so that is that. And here's the back of my journal. I just got a whole lot of different things, some stickers that I bought while I was around. This is from a packet of on Bite Coke in the Netherlands. It's my favourite brand of on Bite Coke, Pinenberg. It is delicious. And Chocomel. Love my Chocomel. And yeah, just all bits and pieces. And I think I really love my travel journal. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I feel very fortunate that our trip went well. And thank you so much for sharing it with me. I will see if I can do a little something similar for our recent travels. We just sort of had a bit of an impromptu trip because we needed to get out of the house. We found some good deals, and to Singapore, Malaysia. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.